Hey, how's it going? So I'm watching Scream Blackula Scream, which is a great movie, and I had to pause it because sometimes I just get a desire or a thought or an idea that I need to make a video. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shoot a toy video real quick, and it's gonna be about this Hulk Hogan figure right here. Hold on, let's get the tripod. I hope you're having a good day, or evening, or morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I've had this figure set up over here for a couple days. The reasoning behind that is that I'm trying to get all the loose figures. It's because of my weird personality. Trying to get all the loose figures in the living room handled and make a video of all of them. And this particular figure, he's out of the package. He's loose. And then the other day, I kind of decided that I just didn't want this packaging because it wasn't interesting enough to me for some reason. But now I might have changed my mind. You want to see what I'm doing? I'm having to move shit out of the way down here. I just like kicked over this. We're going to do a review on this soon. This Black Knight. We'll do that soon. But we got to move. See, he keeps falling over. Let's move him over here. Put him against the ottoman. We need to move this white gorilla, that bear, this lassie. Let's see, so that we can get this over here. Hey, thanks for bearing with me. Oh, down goes some horses. This is what we're here for. Now, the lighting's not all that great because it's later in the day. We're going to take a look at this WWE Superstars figure of Hollywood Hulk Hogan. So it came in this packaging. Includes NWO gear, which it does. And he comes with a lot of gear. There's the box. And see, is that... So, I mean, I guess maybe this is some throwback design. I like how the back does look like a wrestling poster. Too sweet. It says Hollywood Hulk Hogan. This is Series 1. When you're NWO for life. For life. Too sweet. What you gonna do when the New World Order runs wild on you, brother? And I want all of these. For some reason it's not focusing. Why isn't it focusing? There we go. Yeah, I want that honky tonk. I want all of these. I would get all of them if we found them. Anyway, that was the packaging. Let's get rid of it. Let's look at the figure. Let's look at our guy. So this is what he looks like out of the box. Actually, I think out of the box he might have... I can't remember if he came with these fists or with the gripping hands. Because he does come with two sets of hands. Now, and that's one of the things we'll talk about the figure that I feel like it could have come with a different hand, another hand, but I'll show you why in a second. So, here he is. Here's the guy. Bear with it. Hang in there. We're having fun, right? Alright, so this is Hulk Hogan. During perhaps the most famous heel turn in professional wrestling history. The world's favorite, most loved wrestler that we all knew and loved, the Hulkster, he became evil, and he became Hollywood Hogan. And this was his heel persona. So it's a great figure. The head sculpt is so awesome looking. Look at this. He's got the bandana. It comes off. Look at the head is glorious. Got the sunglasses. They come off. Let's set them down there. Look how glorious he is. Man. He's got the 5 o'clock shadow. That was part of the heel turn. Is that prior to that, he was always a clean-shaven guy. Look at this. It's beautiful. The hair is amazing. The skin, the color of a hot dog. I love it so much. So, of course, you can do this classic pose, but since we're here, and I think this is, like I said, how he came out of the box. Okay, so he's got a shirt with Velcro on the front. We'll get to that. Comes with a black weightlifting belt that on the back, it says Hollywood. He's got the blue lightning bolts going down the legs. He has some black knee pads, and then he has a portrait of his own face on his boots. It's NWO, New World Order. Isn't that great? So, yeah, at this time, he took a heel turn. He was with the Illuminati. He was hanging out with Caspar Weinberger and George Bush. So, what you can do, check it out. What was her name? Condoleezza Rice? Yeah. So those were the four horsemen. The four horsemen were, it was Hollywood Hogan, it was George Bush, who did I say? Caspar Weinberger and Condoleezza Rice. Is that okay? I think that'll work. So anyway, you can make it look like he's doing this famous, she's ripping his shirt off, right? It's Hulkster. So since we're doing that, let's rip his shirt off. So you can take the shirt off. Now this is a 5-inch tall figure, and it is produced as an homage, like a retro style figure, and it's in the body type and size of a He-Man. Like if you're not familiar with He-Man, here he is. It's very much the same toy. We're having some sort of a focusing problem with our camera here today. I don't really care. Maybe it makes the video suck even more. So, we can change the hands, put the fists back on, right? Because we want the fists back on, because we want to do the famous Hulk pose. And maybe then once we get him in the pose, then we'll switch the belt. Show you what else. The one other thing he comes with is the NWO belt. So this is a good way to display him. Now I would put the sunglasses and the bandana back on, because to me this truly represents who Hollywood Hogan is right here. When you see this, you know who you're dealing with. And so kind of go like that. Let's see. That looks pretty good. That's what you want on the shelf, this kind of thing. Or he comes with the NWO belt. So then he comes with this wrestling belt that they have defaced because they are heels. I think it was Condoleezza Rice who spray painted this NWO on the belt. But what I was going to say is, so we do have him like this now, and so he could face off. He could end up. Come here. Since he is now almost like a part of the Master of the Universe line, which are great toys. And that's the last thing I was going to talk about this toy, is that, you could put him on Battle Cat if you wanted, right? There are some other wrestling toys that are available that are like this, that aren't these WWE guys. There's look at this. This is a crossover thing where it's like part wrestling and part Master of the Universe, and it's Kane. Isn't that great? And here's one, it's the Ultimate Warrior. But the reason why I wanted to look at this Kane is because look at this black hand. See this black hand? This open hand? I feel like one of these should have come with our Hulk. Because look what happened. Oh, well, we don't need the bandana right now. If we really want to do and emulate Hulk Hogan, a classic Hulk Hogan pose, doesn't that look better? Because look, it's on the box. And I'm like, obviously like a little kid at heart. I mean, look at these videos and look at this place. So I like to make the figure do what he's doing on the box, because I'm a freaking weirdo. But the last thing we're going to talk about is the playability of these toys. This is a new Mattel product. It's based on a retro style He-Man. This is also a new Mattel product based on the retro style He-Man. They're made of the same materials. It's kind of this, it's not a hard plastic like the old ones that maybe you remember from the 80s or 90s or something. This is soft and it's tactily satisfying. It's not only cool for adult collectors, but if you have children or grandchildren, which I do, these toys, if you live in a house of toys like I do, I'm a toy collector, I keep everything that's out, that's available, that's sitting around. You know, my grandkids could play with it if they wanted. I don't keep anything out sitting around that isn't a toy that I wouldn't tempt them that way. But they're still very well mannered and they ask if they can play with things. And the last time my grandson, who's 5, was here, he spent a long time playing with He-Man and all of the different He-Man figures with Castle Grayskull and everything. And now, I mean, I'll just put Hulk Hogan out there too, and maybe he'll get introduced and he'll realize that he loves he won't even know who Hollywood Hogan is, but he'll learn. And the fun thing about these, as I said, this is predominantly made for adult collectors, right? But it's perfectly fine. The cool thing about it is a lot of the toys that they make for us that we collect, they're fragile, or you don't want to handle them or play with them too much. Or these are made to be played with. This is made to be left out on the coffee table. Even if you're 30 years old or 40 years old or 50 years old or 60 years old, sometimes you want to decorate your house with this kind of stuff, just have it sitting around. And this is a great one. Thanks for watching. I know the lighting and the focus has been pretty bad here, but I really like this figure, and I really like Hulk Hogan. And thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day or evening. Bye-bye.